And this is how I end day 10 at 1401 our flip house. Dead battery. Man, I know I need to get a new battery. I've been nursing this one for 6 months at least, where I've got all the lights turned off on the inside, and it'll crank the truck every time as long as somebody doesn't leave something plugged in or leave a light on or something, and I somewhere left a light on or left something charging, so I'm without. I gotta find somebody to jump me off, and all the help left before I did. Oh, look at Creed. He hears some birds chirping. I'm not sure what. Oh man, I'm gonna wipe this screen off. I gotta start remembering to do that. There he is. That's a little better. Technical difficulties here, y'all. I'm telling you, I am going to point and shoot for a while. Hey, Creedy. Hey, Creed. That's still fuzzier than it should be. Anyway, had a little interesting thing happen today. Older ceilings, and we took all the sheetrock, all the sheetrock was taken off the walls, and a couple of the guys were in here working, and they were, one of them was my son. They were working in another part, and all of a sudden, this whole section just dropped. And we were in the process the other day, I didn't show you, but we went and put screws in all the joists because the ceilings were hanging. The older style of sheetrock hanging, this was in '68, they used a really small-headed nail, and it's just there. This can happen once you pull the sheetrock off the walls, because you hang the ceiling first, then you hang the walls, so the walls kind of help hold it up. Anyway, let's see. We had a couple of things we had to add. We had to tear this wall out so the AC guy can run a new Freon line and keep it in the wall. And then we built, I showed you where we were going to build this false wall right here, and that way he can run his air return up it and over to the other room. And we did let's see, we had to get this anchored down, and this corner is now anchored, and had put a piece of dead wood in there. But the real cool part is we're getting the floor moving along. We're getting it real close to level. I just don't have enough space. I don't want to get down below the grade with our 2x4s. I'm using some treated on the far end where it is lower, because by the time we get this level, that corner, when it's just when the guys who built the wall out there, they didn't get it level, and it ran uphill, and that's the way it is. But anyway, we've gotten this much of the floor. We are gluing it and screwing it. We are putting the blocks in 3 places. We are using treated 5/4 deck boards right here on all of these to hold them up off the concrete, so that no lumber touches, no untreated lumber touches the concrete. And I mean, even though we've got the Visqueen down, there were a couple places where it was real close. I put a little roofing, but this, I don't know if you can see this red chalk line right there. That red chalk line is going to be the top of the floor in this corner. And what we'll do is we'll hang the sheetrock down to here, and that'll leave about a 1/4 inch of that. Then I may shim the sheetrock out a little bit at the bottom to get that, or I hadn't quite decided. I may take a chisel and chip it out. I know there's several things I could do, but that's a treated piece of wood. Probably just hide it behind the the baseboard, may cut the baseboard, the back of the baseboard out, because it's only a little section right through here. It's not over here in the closet. We haven't done anything to the door over there yet. We haven't put that section of wood in over there. We're just trying to get the big stuff. The electrician is supposed to have come today, but I think he wanted to wait until we were totally out. And at this point, we only have now one more wall, and then he could do most everything. He says it's going to take him about 2 weeks. He's doing the plumbing, the heat and air, and the electrical. Let's see. I showed you yesterday. We were talking about putting this little wall right here, and we had to make it line up with the other wall so it looks uniformed. We filled in this doorway right here. That used to be the door going into the living room. Again, we're still leaving this wall for a while. We did a little work on the outside, nailed up some of the little crown. It's a little small detail. Got that nailed up. Supposed to have a painter here tomorrow. Let's see. You may be able to see the nails. And there's still some decent little cracks, but at least we know they're tight. And we'll clean some of that old burnt caulk, dead caulk, right up under there and down through there. Several places. We'll get it cleaned up and we'll get it caulked as needed. But there's our sheetrock. Fell out of that ceiling. And we're so tight on budget that 3 or 4 sheets of sheetrock. I mean, we're trying to save every $100 that we can on this. We got that closed up, and this used to be a carport house. It did not have a garage door when it was built. Garage doors were extra. They were really heavy. Those old wood, just heavy. I had one in a house that we lived in that was built in 72. So it was this era of house. This is 68. And they didn't put a sidewalk because this was an open. They didn't have a door here. And we closed it up because the door, I showed you where the door was hitting the garage door. So we're going to put some stepping stones or something right through here so that you can go from the driveway to the front door. Will you take that 5-in-1? There's a couple joists at the end of our plywood where I got glue on both, if you will, while it's still wet. There's a 5-in-1 laying on the floor in there by it. I don't know if I kind of talked about it, but we hacked these bushes the other day, and our thinking is, we're not landscapers, but these little bushes right here, they were big. It's springtime. It's what is this? April 24th, 23rd. Let's see. 20th, 21, 22, April 23rd. And so this will bloom out. Now we're going to do a little more work to them. I just had a chainsaw. We're planning on bringing these 4, there's 4 of them. Not exactly sure what you call them, but we're going to bring those down kind of uniformed in height, and they will bush out real pretty. These things will bud out, and we're hoping that in the 3 months when we're ready to get this, they're ready to put this thing on the market, they'll be bushier and look better. There's just really no money in the budget to do a lot of landscaping. We got more of this. Oh, that's something else we did. We pulled all this cable off. We're going to, I say pulled it off. We took it off carefully because we're planning on putting it back up in the house, but in the walls, and we're going to pre-wire all the rooms. I got the word that the windows are in. They asked when I wanted them delivered. I told them probably Tuesday, hopefully. We'll get there. We started out with 6-7 people, and we've dwindled down to there's just 4 of us, maybe 5. So We're just getting as much as we can. Well, hadn't found anybody to jump us off yet, but we'll get it. Somebody will do it. Like, comment, subscribe. I got a 10-minute timer on my video. I'm not sure why. I have to see what that is. That could be good for you guys. Say, oh, I got my lawnmower fixed today. Picked it up. I know, Chris, you don't want to be in the videos. Yeah. Yeah. He just doesn't want to scare anybody. Anyway, I guess that's it. Creed, you want to tell him anything? You want to tell him anything? Huh? You want to tell him anything? You want to look, y'all squatting down, being all sweet. This has just been the coolest dog. I got him November 27th. I got him. He adopted me. He showed up at my house. I posted, it was a Monday, 6 o'clock in the evening. I posted on Facebook, and I called the animal rescue leagues and pounds around the area. Posted a sign at the local store by my house. And Friday I went and got him this collar and some bones, and I thought I had me a dog. He just kind of bonded to me. And Saturday I get a phone call. The guy's seen the sign. It's his dog. I let him have it back, of course. He proves that it's his. And he pulled up and he called the dog from, the other side of the trailer. The dog couldn't see him, and he called him, and he came running. And over all of December, if it wasn't every day, it was every other day or every 3 days. And Creed was back at my house about 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile between our houses. I was worried he was going to get hit, and he just kept showing up and showing up. And finally, the first week in January, the guy called me or sent me a text and said, Creed's gotten out again. You want him. I know you do. He wants you. So I have been adopted by a dog. I had a miniature dachshund that went everywhere with me. She was my therapy dog. When I had my colon removed in 2007, I got her as a puppy 4 weeks after I had my surgery. I mean, I was home miserable. I felt like I was gutted like a fish, and they bring this little dog and curls up, and I was not a dog in the bed person, and this little dachshund just, maybe it was a pound, I don't know. It was tiny. She was tiny, but she only lived 5 years. She went to all my jobs. I knew when she needed to go to the bathroom. She never had accidents, and it was because I got up. I mean, I was in the process of healing. I was going through recovering from having my colon removed. I got some pretty serious health issues have happened to me, and I'll go into them more in detail later. This is now a 13-minute video. So we're going to lock up. We are going to turn out the lights. And let's see if I can reach behind here and not get shocked. Lights out. Come on, Creed. Come on, let's go. Let's get out. Come on. Come on, Creed. Come on, Creedy. Come on, Creedy. Come on, Creedy. And I'm not going to be able, am I going to be able to lock it with it? Nope. Y'all just have to believe me that I locked the door, because it doesn't look like I can do it one-handed. Oh wow, that's a lot harder. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, help me grow this channel. Be a part of it. You're getting in on the ground floor if you're, watching this, and it's early stages. This is April 23rd of 2018. Hippie out.